Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match that has taken place of the LA Sevens Samoa versus New Zealand. A hard-hitting affair that has actually taken place as a 9th place playoff game. Both of these sides missing out on the quarterfinals. We've got their flashes of brilliance can change our lives, but can we keep up the momentum? Says Cool Story, bro. I mean, there are definitely some new sides who have had good momentum building throughout this LA Sevens competition. For the Kiwis, though, getting knocked out in the group was a brutal one. Samoa also missing out after making the quarterfinals for last week. But looking through at the starting lineup, it will be Des Sipolona Fawa for the Samoans. Also, Fa'afoi Falaniko, Motu Opitai, Tom Maeva, who has been sensational throughout this competition. BJ Lima, Eliza Pita Alafipo, and Fa'amaoni Junior Lalo Milo. Then for New Zealand, Tupaia Cook Savage, Shay Clark, Scott Curry, Xavier Tito Harris, Amanaki Nicole, Roderick Solo, and Andrew Newstub. Now, Tito Harris actually coming off 2 tries in the last contest for New Zealand, and they were able to beat the Canadians and advance to this matchup. I mean, now says go and go. Manu Samoa says Nardro. Of course, normally when these two sides go head-to-head, New Zealand sneak it. They faced each other in the group stage match, and it was a 10-7 win for the New Zealanders. But Samoa, if they can stay in the fight to the final moments, they will be dangerous. They just beat South Africa in their last game of day 2. Shay Clark goes across to the left-hand side as the Irish match next. It is the next match, yes, although it is still about an hour and 40 minutes away. Now, that's going to be a little knock-on, I thought, from Tito Harris. In fact, New Zealand have got themselves the penalty advantage, though. Should mention Tupaia Cook Savage has actually got a lot of heavy strapping on his forehead, even though this is the first game of the day, so I don't know whether or not that was from yesterday or whether maybe something's happened in training. And now he's got the ball in hand. Tupaia Cook Savage goes across to the right-hand side to Shay Clark, puts the fend in, gets it across to Amanaki Nicole. And well, Hamish, you're back, New Zealand to win, but who knows, little kick him behind from Roderick Solo. Waits for the bounce of the ball, but it was not favourable. Still sits up for Amanaki Nicole. Needed to pass it. Oh, he's gone himself, though, and scores the try. And tell you what, he had to, because if he didn't, he gave away a certain try, but it is Amanaki Nicole who strikes first for New Zealand here. Greens from Norway, says Mumbo Jumbo Kiwi. Welcome in, mate. Roderick Solo, does kick that ball in behind. The ball didn't sit up, but Amanaki Nicole was still chasing, and he was the one who got the nice bounce, and then just defending, shoves off the defender and runs over the top of him, scores the try. As the Irish match on TV, do you know? It is here for us, but I'm not sure about for where you are, unfortunately. And cool story, bro. Love that you twisted my flashes, says Ruth. And also we have got their Momo Jumbo with the thumbs up from Ruth. But New Zealand, they have been unsuccessful in the conversion attempt, so it still remains at 5-0 with Andrew Newstub about to kick this one off for the Kiwis. Kicked off, nicely taken by Fa'afoi Falaniko. Offloads it to BJ Lima. Fa'afoi Falaniko going back across to the left-hand side. These two sides easily could find themselves in future playing off for much higher positions. And Black Cats are bloody lousy. Unfortunately, they just don't make good decisions. And we were talking about it yesterday as well. There is a big difference between being aggressive in the way that you play cricket and just going for a massive slog. And unfortunately, New Zealand seem to always fall into the going for a massive slog category rather than just attacking the bad ball. It is going to be a knock-on from Alofipo. Just putting it down. I'm watching La Rochelle versus Clermont. Stairs corner. So Amanaki Nicole might have some sort of arm injury here, but Fa'afoi Falaniko, the pass was just a little bit too far over the top of Alofipo, and the reason for that is because he was trying to go to Tom Maeva on the outside. It wasn't actually intended for Alofipo. It's very frustrated from dropping that one, but looks like this is the end of Amanaki Nicole's day. I don't know what sort of injury is it. It looks like Oh, the right shoulder. And straight away he kind of grimaced and grabbed at it. So hopefully nothing too serious for him. And Samoa are also pretty damn brilliant. Says Roof, yeah, they are. And I've talked about it in terms of the difference between them this year and last year is massive. They made 6 finals, I believe it was last year, or made it to the quarterfinals as top qualifier, 6 times. This year, I don't think they've been top qualifier once. And hopefully it comes right by the Olympics. I would love to see the return of some of the players who are out at the moment. I don't know how many of them are based off injury, but Tuna Tuitama, I have no idea what happened to that man. But he was a very good talent for the Samoans that seemed to just disappear. They also don't have Va'a Pilomaliko. They don't have Paul Scanlon, Malani Matavao. So many different players that should be there that aren't. Now, some of those are due to injury, like I mentioned. But others, I think they should still be playing. I should have been in Las Vegas for the NRL extravaganza. What a massive crowd. Says Mumbo Jumbo Kiwi. And Tackle, that's a boy, says Roof. Yeah, I think they had about 50,000 or something in attendance for the NRL, which is very impressive indeed. Now going off to the short side, New Zealand with Tupaia Cook-Savage as he drives his legs. He's 10 metres out from the line, almost a knock-on from New Stub. But it will be play on. Another offload there from Whinianofo. Of course, they ended up with that rear card not too long ago. Penalty won by Samoa. Now Alafipo with the ball on the inside. 22 metres out from their own line. Another knock-on. Tuitama is in Moana Pacifica. Oh, did he get signed for them in the end? Do they play him? I'm just trying to think. Have we seen him in action maybe through preseason? I'd love to see him return for the Olympics. So I think he was absolutely sensational when he was there. Which is a flash of brilliance in the commentary. And also I wrote my own script. It's just too vivid in my mind, and Scanlon's a loss. Yeah, he certainly is. And you know, Va'a Pilomaliko, he's a try-scoring machine. Malani Matavao, we saw him return for one leg of the Sevens, and then he was gone again. I don't know whether that was injury-based, or whether it is just the fact that they want to try and save some players for the Olympics. The last thing that you want is players getting injured just beforehand. Now looping around play to Tupaia Cook-Savage. Loose ball, picked up there by Samoa. And they've got it back, BJ Lima. Now, Big Fen coming in, breaks his way through. And that is one slightly disappointing thing about being in New Zealand, is the fact that we don't actually get to hear about a lot about the Samoan Sevens side, like in terms of their injuries and in terms of who's gone where. Now, nice run from Motu Opitai. Ball on the outside, Pualo Fipo. And Samoa score themselves the try. And there you go, Samoa, ding, ding, ding. Says Ruth. Third try of the competition for Alofipo. It is always close when these two sides go head-to-head, but Samoa have had to travel 95 metres to score that try. Just a consistent build-up. Brilliant fem from Des Sipolona Fiao, who looks like he will be one for the future as well. Let's go Samoa. See 7 run there. Alofipo scores the try. And the kick is unsuccessful too. So both of these sides sitting on the 5 points now. I've seen a massive cheer for the Samoans. They got quite a good attendance. Quite a good fan base by the sounds of it in the USA. I want to see them do extremely well. The last day of the Sevens. Okay, there, I just woke up and don't want to get out of bed. Says it's 7 round. Of course, we've still got plenty of Sevens coming today. Another 4 in the morning. Well, 4 early afternoon as well. Now, Whaafoi Whananeko. Next one, of course, at 11 a.m. So you might be up before that one gets underway. Big run from BJ Lima. Moves up to the 22 now. This ain't going to be a pushover for New Zealand, says Ruth. And yeah, it never is up against Samoa. No matter what the form is like for Samoa or New Zealand heading into these contests, it's always a lot closer when they play off. Now, good pass out wide. Now, Lima. I don't know what's happened there. I think he tried to grubber that, but has ended up just pretty much throwing the ball forward. Tupaia Cook-Savage now advantages over for New Zealand as they are inside of their 22. Scott Curry. Now, something New Zealand don't do too often. Oh, he stripped the ball. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. He got it out. I wasn't sure whether or not he was able to do so before the tackle, but they said yes. So now Samoa back in position. New Zealand always try and run it out from their own line, no matter what the time is in the game. And because of it here, it might just cost them Alofipo. Now, oh no, it's a knock on though. Round the side of the breakdown. Frustration for Lalomilo as he had the man on his outside. Couldn't find it to him. And at half time, it's going to be 9 points to 9. New Zealand needs to go up a gear. So here's Ruth. The last time that these two sides played, it was 10 points to 7. Now, my original prediction was 19 points to 14, I think. I did the preview last night. I think that 19 points to 14 was a prediction for either this game or for the Fiji versus Argentina game. I might have said 14 points to 12 this game between New Zealand and Samoa in favour of the Samoans. Maybe. It's really bad when you can't even remember your own predictions, isn't it? We've done that many of them all throughout the weekend that my brain's gone blank. And let out that clutch and pull ahead. Oh, we go there. New Zealand need to go up a gear. Oh, we will go like that. There we go. And Bulls Stormers was a great game. Says Mr. Oh, cool story, bro. Yeah, I would have loved to be able to commentate that game, and I originally was going to. Sadly, set an alarm. It didn't go off, and it meant that I slept through not just that game, I also slept through the first game between these two sides when New Zealand did win 10 points to 7. It was really annoying. But, yeah, we missed a good game. I'm going to be, of course, watching the replay of it a little bit later on. So some communication here between Joe Webber and Andrew Newstub, but the second half just about to start. New Zealand versus the Samoans. Always entertaining. And if we could watch these games or watch these two sides play every week, we certainly would. People dressed in all sorts of attire. We see the Toy Story crew in attendance. See a girl with a Stitch bucket hat and some men with knitted squids on their head as well. But we are now ready for the second half, kicked off by New Zealand and claimed by BJ Lima. If I had to give Samoa one piece of advice for the second half, it is don't drop the ball like you did in the first half. It was costing them drastically, but nice attacking run forward there from Motu Opitai. Back across Tom Maeva to the right. Lobby pass goes on the outside. Nice stepping from Fa'afoe Falaniko. Back to the left-hand side. Tom Maeva. There we go. Who would know that you could mess up a name like Tom? It's only 3 letters. BJ Lima almost through, gets the offload away. And this could be the chance, just not quite enough pace for Lalomilo. He was shut down pretty quickly by his opposite number, Fidian Ofo. You know, somehow say that one right rather than Tom. Now quick tap taken by BJ Lima. Tom Maeva going back across to the left-hand side. Chance out wide for Alofipo, but he's driven backwards in a strong tackle there. Penalty goes the way of Samoa for not rolling away against New Zealand. And Neueli Letufea trying to break his way through. In fact, this time it's Des Sipolona Fial. Alofipo going back across to the right-hand side. 5 metres from the line, there's the knock-on. They didn't have one for a while, Samoa, but eventually one took place. Scott Curry kicks it downfield. It's going to be a foot race between the New Zealand and Samoan speedsters. Manages to just get back there, Lalomilo, and keeps the ball on the side of the Samoans. The players are looking exhausted at the moment. This game, end-to-end stuff between these two sides. And I should mention, if it stays as it sits here with the score level at the end of full time, we go to golden point time. Now, I don't think either of these sides want that to happen, as some players are looking out on their feet, and it's only the first game. Kicked in behind to player Cook Savage gets in, and Samoa with Fa'afoe Falaniko. They win the penalty again, the Samoans. Quick tap taken, moving up to the 22. Now away to the left-hand side, another handling error. But it went backwards, so they are still in possession. Now big fend, Maeva going across to Sepolone Fiao. Thought about the one more pass for Motuopi. Tai is still on his feet. 3 meters out. Fa'afoi Falaniko goes to the right-hand side. And Alofipo scores the try for Samoa. He is lying flat on his back. Doesn't want to get up. 4 tries in the LA Sevens. 2 for him in this match. He scored both of the important tries here. It is now 12 points to 5. Glad you said Hamish, yes, Roof, and a Jake White fan I am. Says, good story, bro. And also we have got there, Samoa, says Simran, but they were out on their feet. Players all having to take a little bit of a breather. He was taking as long as he could for that kick. One of the longest periods of play we've actually seen throughout the weekend in terms of the amount of pace on it. There were a couple stoppages, but mainly for a quick tap and go. Now 7 points difference at the moment. Falaniko will be kicking this one off. It would be great to see Samoa finish their tournament on a high, but I always say it, sometimes if you win your playoff game for a lower position by a large margin, you just feel like you haven't quite done as much as you could have. New Zealand to win this game now, ladies and gentlemen, are actually considered $7 underdogs. Now, that is a massive difference compared to the start of this match when Samoa were $3 underdogs. The reason for that, though, is that BJ Lima has got this ball and Samoa still in possession. Going back across to the right-hand side. The grubber was attempted and the ball is knocked on by Samoa. There's still plenty of time remaining, though. New Zealand considered as $8.50 underdogs now in this contest just because of the lack of time that is remaining on the clock. Now, the draw might be relatively likely. Of course, if it is a draw at full time, you go straight into the golden point time. And good evening. Says, Blish and welcome in, mate. I was telling Grant about it before. We actually saw Rugby Geeks or Dickie on the channel yesterday. He popped in and had a bit of a hello. And also, Tonga, Fiji, and Samoa have always been the coolest. Says, cool story, bro. And if it's not your day, that's it. And how long left in this match? Still another 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So, a little bit of time remaining. In sevens, I mean, the quickest try we saw was actually 7 seconds in that game between the Blitz box and who did they play? It was after the Argentina game. I think it might have been, it wasn't Ireland either. Can't remember who exactly it was. Now passed out wide for New Zealand. On the ball again. Samoa, no, not quite able to get it. Was on the man rather than the ball. Now Cody Avai goes back across to the left-hand side. Here come New Zealand with a chance on the halfway line. Finau Norfolk tries to pin his ears back. Gets back up to his feet. And he goes twice. And he was tackled first, which means now it is the advantage for Samoa. They will look to slow this one down. Do you think Ireland will win today? It's going to be a tough game. They come in as underdogs. But I feel like there's a decent chance that we see the French make their way through. But I feel like it could be very close. Really, bloody hell, the king of Luton Rugby is still alive. He certainly is. He said that you guys talk very quick in the Discord and he can't keep up, which I could concur with. Look at there, Canada, says Eric. And this is rather slow. There you go, Samoa, ding, ding, ding. Says Roof, 1 minute 30 remaining on the clock. If New Zealand want a chance of being able to win this game, they do need to get the turnover at scrum time here. Passing back across to their left-hand side. Now, normally when these two sides play off, it's right at the end that New Zealand pull off the victory. And it happens every single week. Looks like they've held him up there. He's kicking around. Oh, he's actually kicking Andrew Newstub in the shins. I don't know if he's allowed to do that. But they're just going to walk him towards the sideline. Fa'afoi Falaniko is trying to make the argument he didn't have the ball, but it will be New Zealand's now. They've tried to take it quickly. In fact, Cody Vai does go against it in the end. Yeah, just swinging the legs, kicking Andrew Newstub in the shins to try and make him put him down, and getting pushed to the touchline. New Zealand at this point of the match, they know they need to convert a try. And if they're able to do so, it's overthrown though. And Samoa knock on from Yunasioni. But New Zealand won't want this game to stop. They will want to cross the try line now to still have a chance of stealing it right in the final moments like they normally do. Cody Vai, he is taken down Alafipo. Doesn't get the turnover. 30 seconds left on the clock here. Rough pass, but brilliantly running onto it was Tupaia Cook-Savage. Now Shea Clark tries to step, just loses his footing. It's a tackle. They try and rip it out from him. Now another quick tap taken by Tupaia Cook-Savage, New Zealand. They still need a converted try. Andrew Newstub, that was some good contact on him. Joining the breakdown wrong. Samoa win the penalty. And that should just about do it here. With 4 seconds remaining on the clock. They are going to take the quick tap. They will kick the ball into touch at the full-time siren. And Samoa have got themselves the victory over New Zealand. They get 9th place and receiving a crucial extra 1 point, moving them up to 24 overall in this series standings. But it has been a tournament of upsets, this game being no different. Samoa considered heavy underdogs walking into this game, but they were defeated by New Zealand in the group stage. They get one back in the playoff game. Italy is just as pretty short team on earth, or the least pressurized team on earth. Just win or draw 1 in 30 games, and people are like, well, good Italy, well done. Says good story, bro. We have got there, welcome back Gordon Titchens. And yeah, Samoa says Simran there. Yeah, Samoa getting themselves a big win over the Kiwis in this contest, winning at 12 points to the 5. So the next game that we have got on the channel, ladies and gentlemen, it will be starting at 11:05 a.m. New Zealand time. That is between Ireland and France. Great Britain versus Spain. The game that follows, that is at 11:30 a.m. New Zealand time. The 2 semi-finals they are. And then 12:15 p.m. is when USA play Australia. Fiji versus Argentina is when we see that one. 12:55 when that one is taking place. And then, of course, any other games later on are yet to be confirmed, but we will be scheduling them accordingly. But no more games for these two sides in the upcoming LA Sevens matches. They will be back in 1 month time, though, for the next leg of the Sevens, where they will go head-to-head in Hong Kong. And normally I would cheer for New Zealand, but got to support my Pacific brothers. Says Simran there, and the Samoan flags from Pele. And Simran Samoa are smashing it great, says Ruth there as well. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. If you did enjoy, of course, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more Sevens coming just a little bit around the corner. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I will see you all for the next one.